We're back to the Neil Haley Show, and I'm excited to welcome program my co-host, Paul Hollis, author of the Hollow Man series and owner of Senior Publishing and Hollow Man Publishing. How are you, Paul, and who's our guest today?
We have Deb Owens with us. She is one fantastic writer. She has a trilogy of science fiction out now, and she's going to tell us something about that.
All right, so let's talk about the second book now. Go ahead, Deb. Tell us about the second book.
Well, in the second book, they have to, Dane is the second in command underneath Rafe, who's the high general. And he has to contact the Guardian of Bazor. They didn't even know they had a Guardian, but he has to, because there's something going on with the planet. So he goes up there and he has all these trials and stuff to get through. And then he gets up there and he finds the Guardian isn't quite what he expected. So he starts laughing and the Guardian just kind of knocks him on his butt. Just kind of takes care of him, he's got to work on his people skills and this kind of stuff. But anyway, they go, and plus they have to find the children who are being kidnapped by kidnappers from royal families who are starting wars between the planets in the galaxy. And so they have to find them too. So they have quite a lot to deal with.
So let's talk about why the Guardian. Explain the Guardian to us.
The Guardian has been there since Bazor was populated. It was colonized from the planet of Calamer. And when it was colonized from the planet of Calamer, the Guardian went with them, but no one knew the Guardian. The Guardian is way up north, away from the cities. So there's two cities on Bazor. And so there's the one in the north and the one in the south. And the Guardian is way up north. And nobody knew that they were there, but they've been there watching over the planet ever since it was colonized from Calamer.
That's very, very interesting. And the Guardian, is Guardian good or evil?
Oh, the Guardian is very good. Yeah, the Guardian is very good. It watches over the planet. And so I will give a little bit of it away. It is a female, it is a girl. And she watches over the planet. And that's why Dane started laughing, because she's a small woman who takes care of the planet.
Okay. And did they discover the Guardian in the first book?
No, the Guardian did not come about until the second book. The first book was only about Lisa and Rafe and finding a part for their water gatherer.
So Deb, let's talk about, specifically when you talk about the Guardian, how much is it you?
Mm-hmm.
How much is the Guardian like you?
Well, actually a little bit, but not a whole lot. Her what do you call it? Her temperament is a little bit like mine, and her humor is a little bit like mine. And other than that, she's very courageous. She's takes care of everything. She's very, what do you call it? Trying to think of this word, I can't think of it. Anyway, she has everything in order. She's very orderly with everything she does, and so that's probably mostly me.
It sounds like you. It sounds like it's mostly you.
It's probably mostly me.
Yeah, and when you kind of look at your characters, do they remind you of your friends all the time, certain people or family, when you put together these characters, or even certain science fiction characters?
No, I just made them up. I made them all up. They remind me sometimes of some of the comic scenes in, like, some of Star Trek or Star Wars or one of those. But basically, I just made them up, and their personalities, I made them up.
Well, it's such interesting stuff, Deb. After the series is over, will you ever add a fourth book or no? It's over.
I've been thinking about it because there are children in the books that could grow up and do some things. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't yet. I haven't planned on it yet.
And do you write every day?
No, unfortunately, I don't. I've been working on the scenes in the books. I have Blender to work on 3D models to make scenes in the books, and I render them for pictures and movies. And I have DAS 3D that I can also make stuff like that with, and it's wonderful. I mean, so I've been working on making all of these things models.
All right. Best place we can find information on you, Deb, and learn more about you. Where can we go?
DebCarverOwens.com, and I've got all of my books there, and you can read excerpts and all of that.
All right. We appreciate it, Deb. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show. We'll be back in just a moment.